This ain't the Trump Tower, baby. This is the cell block. You're going to prison and now you have a pressing urge to get into investing. Well, you certainly picked an opportunistic time, and today I'll share the top 6 investment strategies for anyone to make a phenomenal rate of return while they're in prison. Prison is full of investment opportunities. You just have to know how to negotiate with gang members and killers. Let's get into the list. Number 6 is something that translates well in all prisons and walks of low life worldwide. It's cold, hard cash. No matter your social status or level of criminal involvement, you know what cash is and probably have some buried in a duffel bag in your backyard or stashed away in a freezer like Congressman Dollar Bill Jefferson. My man. No, really, I like Dollar Bill Jefferson. So you have a life sentence, and why not just cash in that 401k for wham-whams and zuzus? Don't. Think it through. You may need that cash for a rainy day, and look at the interest you're getting at the bank. Not Aryan interest, which pays crap. The rate of returns are crap. You might have to sign that contract in blood. Charles Schwab is still your friend here, even with a life sentence. Now, you better be smart here because, of course, the state or victims can take you to civil court and wipe out that retirement fund quickly. Look, if you're trying to figure this out, you're not alone. Every day, about 500,000 people enter prison gates every year for unwanted vacations. So move it to an offshore or Swiss bank account because that's what the politicians do. Number 5, 2 for 1. This is always a bad gamble unless, of course, you're either good at gambling or just lucky. Let's say you borrow a soup from Table Leg Slim and you plan on wagering it on the spades table or a hand of dominoes and you lose that soup. Well, old Table Leg, he's still expecting that soup back with interest on store day. 9 times out of 10, 2 for 1 is a bad idea. It's better to eat state food than becoming Table Leg's child. Worst case scenario, you have to pay with your, well, you get the point. 2 for 1 is a great if you're the bank. So if you have money and you're filling out your canteen sheet, think in terms of not what you want, but what do fellow inmates want when they're high on K2 or homemade hooch. That's when you hit them up with the 2 for 1 investment strategy. Think of it this way. The average inmate is from the hood and they're already in debt on the streets with the neighborhood payday loan company. That's on every block in the ghetto. So going into prison debt ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Number 4, your mom and them. This is a limited resource unless your dad was a Rolling Stone. Then maybe you have a bankroll of sisters you're willing to pimp out for a soup. It's unfortunate, but the level of selfishness and stupidity in prison is exponential, and they will wager any and everyone in the moment. I've seen dudes beg their parents to put up their homes as collateral so they can get out on the streets to get high and then live with their family under a bridge because the bail bonds company took the house. If you're a selfish piece of trash, then go for it. Use up your family as collateral for your prison retirement fund of soups and cigarettes. Sad, really, that you have your sister and auntie writing fantasy letters to Tie Shop Black so you can protect your own glutes. I've seen people shoot dope with their college tuition that their parents saved for their whole lives. This is the most vile investment strategy on our list, as it involves using your own family for financial gain while incarcerated. Don't ask your sister to visit Tie Shop Black so you can get a bag of dope. Number 3, your muscles. Now, if you're about that life, then you can make money or canteen by charging for your protection. There are a lot of weaker or scared inmates who are willing to have their parents or wives work overtime in the free world so they can keep their buttocks intact. Listen, I've seen dudes who never get money put on their books by their own families, but they get stacks of money orders from Lil Toby and Richie's family simply because they're making a penitentiary living as a mercenary. That's right. Lil Toby and Richie will pay you to keep them from having a bad prison shower experience. This is definitely one way you can earn a solid income to support your future endeavors as a convict. Dudes will pay to protect their butts. If you're smart, you will save this money so when you get released, you won't have to live in a halfway house somewhere. Again, make certain you're not wasting this earned income on prison indulgences. You're strong enough to protect weaker inmates, but you can't protect your assets from the RICO Act. Number 2, your talents. If you're looking for a ransom, I don't have money, but what I do have is a very particular set of skills. That's right, you can either draw or tattoo, or maybe you're good with crafts. Well, then you can charge for those skills while you're in prison. Most convicts have loved ones that they want to send cards to for the holidays or whatever, and you can stack your locker with cigarettes and soups, ball and pennies, or you can get that cash sent to your Cash App account and have your family invested in Bitcoin or the stock market. Think like the big crooks on Wall Street, not like a prison dope fiend at Walmart. Listen, talents come in all forms and fashions. Maybe you're good with tools. Well, you can make and sell prison shanks. You can cut hair as a barber or whatever. You get the point. Use your talents to bribe the guards. They'll smuggle in weed for you, and you could sell it for cash and pay off that rent-to-own bedroom set you purchased with some random prostitute. Think in terms of, I can't keep being stupid with my money. And number 1 is your manhood. Yes, the last way you can make money in prison is by giving up your manhood. This is the most satirical way on the list. Everyone knows the hook in almost every prison joke. It is some man's butt. This is really sad, but it's the facts. Now go get your fact checking on. Punks in prison who are indigent make canteen with their butts, and some have an old man or basically a lover or pimp that protects them. But let me tell you something. I've seen some prison punks that didn't have any issue protecting themselves. They were big, ugly, and mean. And they weren't smart. They'd take the soups and cigarettes they make from their butts, if they were smart, and invest it into the S&P 500. But no, they're going to buy some prison liquor made by some dude named Caveman. Fact is, you could give most inmates 100 stacks and they'd be broke before their release dates. Instead of investing and listening to people like Dave Ramsey, they'd be listening to people like Delonte West. It's much better to be like Zelensky. He knows how to make money. Maybe he's giving it up to Biden. I don't know. Either way, if you decided to degrade yourself, at least invest your soups and coffee in a retirement fund. Quit being stupid. And while you're at it, read a book. As you can see, there are a lot of creative ways to make money in prison. Now, all you have to do is find the intelligence to invest them properly. That's right. Don't depend on the government. Back when I was released from prison, I got a $50 check and a reminder to go check in with my parole officer. I couldn't find a job at first, but thanks to my father, I was able to land one within about a week of being released from prison. Listen, thanks for watching With or Without Parole, and I have a lot of great and creative content coming your way really soon, and as I unfold this new channel. Please like, subscribe, like I said, and jump on the bandwagon before this channel blows up. Thanks for watching.